okay, I'm a little bit behind schedule, guys. I know, I'm sorry. But I, for one, have a musical, and now we are less than a month away from the show, which when the show comes out, I'm going to be even more behind because I'm not going to be able to do anything except for perform for those 2 weekends. So when that comes up, I'll let y'all know. Also, as I've announced, my monetization is paused. So if your membership is also paused. So let me explain. The type of AdSense account I had was incorrect. I now have to wait 32 days in order to change that AdSense account to the proper type. So I will be demonetized, or not really demonetized, just paused for 32 days. So the end of June, I should be remonetized, and my membership only content should continue. I am still recording it, so when I'm able to be remonetized, members, y'all are going to have a lot of exclusive stuff to look forward to. So, yeah, I'm sorry for the inconvenience that has caused. You know, it's fine. It's not a big deal for me because I'm not just doing this for the money, but, you know, I'm more worried about the inconveniences causing y'all, the members that have paid, you know, money to be able to get exclusive content and all of that stuff. But it will continue. Don't worry. We just have to wait a little bit. But somebody sent me this video that they wanted me to do my DSP retro reacts to. It is the Poorly Cooking with the King episode 1, and I guess he's making like sandwiches with like bacon and eggs, and I remember this one. Yeah, I've never actually watched it, so let's see.
What's up, everyone? It's DSP, and this is an unprecedented moment. I'm actually doing something that some people have asked for, probably just joking around, but I find myself doing it. It is the morning of the release of the Mass Effect 2 DLC, The Shadow Broker, as well as the new game Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. I am in turbo mode because if you can see over there on my TV, the DLC for Mass Effect 2 is downloading. It just became available at 7 a.m. On the East Coast of the United States. I'm downloading it and I am fucking starving. I was up all night playing a couple other games, and I am starving. So I got everything going here. What am I going to do? I'm going to whip up a couple of express mode bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches, which include 6 pieces of white bread, bacon, obviously, this is hardwood smoked bacon, eggs, these are jumbo size white eggs, 2.
Why does he feel the need to explain what everything is? Yes, we can tell that it's white bread. No, we don't care what type of smoked the bacon is. And yes, we can see on the package that your eggs are jumbo white eggs. He's so goofy. Also, he got up first. He's been up all night, and he got up first thing to be able to download the DLC. I don't even know what that game is, so I can't really critique anything on that, but okay.
Frying pans, I have them both on the stove right now at just above medium strength temperature. Obviously, you must put on your fan on the top of your stove whenever you're frying anything.
Oh, I'm glad that he knows that, at least.
Don't turn that off because I learned the hard way. As soon as I moved in here, all the alarms went off, all the fire alarms, and it wasn't too pretty. So, what am I going to do? We're talking 1 jumbo egg, a couple slices of bacon per sandwich, obviously 2 pieces of bread, duh, and, you know, American cheese, which I've also prepared. First thing you want to do, either butter your pans or spray them down.
He has everything pre-laid out. This guy.
I don't have time to melt fucking butter. I'm in a hurry. I'm a gamer. So I spray my pans with this Pam. I use the natural shit, the organic canola oil. You can use the other stuff. Doesn't really matter. But, alright, spray that shit. Get the cap back on. Get that shit out of the way. First thing you want to do.
That stuff is primarily that you use for the eggs, so they don't stick to the pan. I don't think you're supposed to put it with bacon because bacon makes its own fat, so you don't have to put oil in there. Is he gonna? Okay, I was gonna say, is he gonna like toast the bread on it? Because that's gross. You toast like the bread, like if you're making a grilled cheese, you put butter in the pan to toast it. Okay, let me just stop talking.
When when you're multitasking, as your pans are heating up, all right, cool. Your toaster's plugged in. Let's get these bread toasting. Blow, blow. Let's get that to toast.
Oh. He's toasting it in the toaster. That's no fun.
It's toasting. All right. You gotta wait for it to, you don't want to throw stuff on a cold pan. You want to wait for it to be at least warm, lukewarm. I'm warming it up right now. This is starting to feel pretty good, but honestly, the other day I fried some bacon. I threw it on there too early, and it took a long ass time to cook. Oh yeah, when you're frying bacon, the key: put it on a plate, double coat it with paper towels. As soon as you slam the bacon down on there, when it's done, it's gonna have a shitload of grease on it. You want it to absorb the grease. You don't want that grease to be all over the fucking place.
No, duh.
The tools of the trade. You need these guys, tongs, to be flipping your bacon. You need to be grab it from the end and flip it over when it's ready. Obviously, you need a spatula to be able to flip your eggs. Duh. Don't be an asshole. Don't try to flip your eggs with things or a spatula like a spoon. I've seen people try it with a fork. It doesn't work.
I know he is not talking about people doing things that they shouldn't with a fork. Phil. I know you are not. Okay.
Work. You look stupid. Alright.
Yeah,
so it's starting to warm up now. I think we're going to put the bacon down. Obviously, depending on what kind of bacon you have, different cooking times apply. This looks like a particularly fatty batch of bacon, which I'm kind of pissed off about because I didn't know that. Oh my god, the bacon's not even coming apart. Ugh. Ugh. That is really fatty bacon. Holy shit.
So I'm pretty sure that bacon is primarily fat in the first place. You know, you should know, this is just me being nitpicky, but I'm the primary cooker in the household, right? When I notice that my bacon is like wicked cheap that I'm about to pick up, it's like, okay, it's primarily fat. So if you want like a thick cut bacon, it literally has to say thick cut. I think that's the type of bacon you could throw in the microwave because it's primarily fat. Oh, Phil.
Not too happy about that. Actually, because I just had a batch of center cut bacon. Center cut almost has no fat on it whatsoever. And this is the complete opposite. This is super fatty bacon right now. Ugh. I'm making 3 sandwiches, which means I probably want 2 to 3 pieces of bacon per sandwich. Being that this bacon is gigantic, I'll probably only try to do 2 pieces of bacon per sandwich, so 6. That's the biggest pan I have, which is why I'm putting the bacon in it. And this is long bacon. I'm going to need the maximum cooking space. Now I'm really pissed because 2 pieces of bacon just stuck together, and that's like the death wish. Because you can never get 2 pieces of bacon to separate with one fucking hand. Urgh. Come on, you son of a bitch. I'll wiggle the shit out of that. Come on. I'm probably going to have to put the camera... Oh, wait, I almost got it. I got it. Good shit. So it's going to be cooked bacon. It's just not going to be pretty bacon because of what's going on. The bacon is sticking together. There's one here. Blow. You put it into position in the pan so that obviously the bacon just barely touches on the edges. Let me move this one a little bit.
Barely touching on the edges? Dude, that thing, Sorry. You should be cooking 2 pieces at a time, not 3. That third piece isn't gonna cook right. Why would you do that? Oh, and because they're barely touching, you don't want them to get stuck together. They're not, they are touching!
With the tongs so I don't burn my fucking hands off. I have room now for 1 more piece. Alright. Our bacon is sizzling, which is good. So our raw bacon will get the fuck out of the way. How do you store raw bacon? You put it in a freezer bag and you put it back in your goddamn freezer. Don't try to refrigerate it because it will go bad unless you're going to cook it the next day. First batch of bread is good.
Bacon does not go bad that fast. And freezing and thawing and freezing and thawing and freezing and thawing meat is actually worse for it than keeping it thawed out in the fridge. Who taught this guy this? Linda.
Pop in the next batch, toast it. Now the toughest part is cracking the egg, because I suck at cracking eggs, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna put the camera down for a second and throw the eggs into the frying pan here, because I'm gonna make a fucking huge mess. This, I can guarantee that I will make a huge mess with these eggs if I don't do this. By now this pan is scorching hot.
The outlet's face is me right now.
Yep, I fucked up already. Bam. Come on.
Who would have thought?
2 eggs in the pan. 3rd egg is going now. How do you crack an egg? The easiest way to crack an egg, you slam it once against something. I slam it once against my stove. And it works. It's very effective. You slam it once, you slam it about, you do it gently, and you give it enough force that you know it's gonna fucking crack. Here are my eggs, 3 eggs in the pan.
Did he just explain how to crack an egg?
I love runny eggs, I do. I love runny eggs. So when I cook eggs, I usually cook them, I move them out of the way of each other first of all. I don't want them amalgamating into one big egg. There we go. Oh, my toast just popped, which is fine. I'm gonna let this fry. This egg got out of hand. There we go. You want to put them about roughly the same size. Alright, my toast popped. Get that toast out of there.
That toast is...
Last
That is not toasted. That is not toasted.
set of toast is now going in. Bam, bam.
What setting does he have it? Just toast?
I have a really shitty toaster, by the way, so if your toaster actually works, you probably won't have these problems. My fucking toaster just does not want to work. Jesus Christ. Looking like my 3rd fucking sandwich. Oh, there we go. I finally got it to stay down. Holy shit. Alright, so our bacon is looking horrible. Pretty much because I had to pull it with one fucking hand. But what are you gonna do? It is what it is. It's frying. It's cooking.
Okay, yeah, that looks nasty.
It looks disgusting. It's all good. This bacon's almost ready to flip, but we'll leave it sit there for a second. These eggs we are gonna flip soon. They're almost ready to flip. See, they're solid now. See, this is how you know when to flip your eggs. When they're solid, the yolk is still bright yellow, but they look like there's no more liquid on the top. That's when you flip them. So I'm gonna flip these now. Whoops. That was a very sloppy flip. Whoops. I broke the yolk on that one. That was a massive failure. Problem is I'm trying to do it with one fucking hand.
Do you flip eggs with 2 hands? Let's see if he breaks the yolk on this one.
There we go. That was a clean flip. That's how you do it. And you immediately, if you're going to put cheese on your eggs, you got to put it on right away. As soon as you flip an egg, put the cheese on. So I'm getting the cheese ready here. Stuck to my fucking hand, so that doesn't help. Throw that fucking cheese right on top. Sorry about the lens cap, who cares? Ah, shit. Cheese is stuck. There's the cheese right there.
You know, he would be better off just setting the camera down like on top of the microwave rather than carrying it around, because you're not even getting any good shots, dude. What is that? Is that a freaking hunter's knife right there? Good God.
All the bread is now done. I'm doing all this with one hand. So if I can cook these with one hand, you can fucking do it like a human with 2 hands. I'm ripping the cheese with one hand. So there you go, 3 eggs. Basically, 3 eggs over easy. All with the cheese, bacon cooking. Bacon's actually needs to be flipped right the fuck now. This one is all fucked up right now because I didn't flip it. That's gonna be burnt. Well,
he should have flipped that a long time ago, especially with how thin it was. You should have been flipped like twice already.
This is one-handed gamer cooking. This is what happens. Oh, that bacon's fucking destroyed. I can't believe how fatty this bacon is. It's in a sea of fucking fat, which is disgusting. Usually,
y'all know what I'm about to say. I'm not saying it because that's mean. Stop.
you want to buy better bacon than this. I had no idea this bacon was this bad. Like I said, the last batch I bought was center cut. I thought this was not this fucking bad. Ugh. Alright. So what we're going to do, going to get our toast ready. Over here. We're going to have to start migrating the eggs over to the plate, which obviously is not big enough to hold 3 sandwiches. So I should have put 2 fucking plates down, but I'm not that smart. All right.
At least you're honest with yourself sometimes. Sometimes.
All right. Egg number 1.
Why isn't this man? There's space next to the eggs where you could lay a plate down so you could just hear. But no, this idiot is carrying it all the way across the kitchen and is dripping all over the floor.
Bam. Egg number 2. Sounds like Mass Effect just finished. The Mass Effect DLC. Bam. Hopefully those are still runny. Egg number 3, they're probably not, which is going to piss me off. Eggs are on the sandwiches that quickly. We're going to get the bacon the fuck out of the way here. Let's see. Look at this burnt ass fucking bacon. Before you ever take bacon off the plate, you have to shake it. You have to get the excess grease off of it. You slap it down on the plate, you slam it around a little bit. You flip it, you do the same thing on the paper towel. You slam it around a little bit. Bam. Well, I sound like fucking Emerald. I'm an asshole. That's right. You talk with an accent and you say sound effects, and that's how you sell fucking cooking equipment. Alright. This piece barely cooked because it must have been on the edge of the pan, so that's going to go right there in the middle.
Didn't I tell you? Didn't I say that shit wasn't going to cook right? You freaking idiot.
I'm actually going to migrate these over here. So while those finish up, do not leave a pan on if there's nothing cooking. I'm turning that off right now. I turned it off. You can leave that pan on the stove, but don't leave fucking pans on cooking. Trust me. I've walked up 2 hours later to see, oh shit, my stove is still on. I'm an asshole. I could have burnt the fucking place down.
Oh my god.
Alright. The bacon, as you can see, is going ape shit right now. That's because one side was cooked, the other side was cold because I hadn't had it in an area where it could cook, and also there's a shitload of grease in this pan right now. But as you see, look, this bacon looks cooked now. It's pretty nasty looking. It's not exactly the prettiest bacon on the planet, but it'll do. Alright, so we're going to take this guy out. He's done. He's a little bit more soft than the other one. And keep in mind, if you weren't cooking with one hand, this bacon would look beautiful. It'd be nice thin strips. I separated it with one hand and it gave me problems, so it looks horrible.
I don't think that that's going to make a difference, Phil. Like, what do you need 2 hands to flip bacon and eggs? I don't get it. I don't get what you're trying to say.
Alright. Now, here's the thing. Your food's done. Your food's cooked, right? These are the tips no one's going to tell you. Your food's cooked, you turn everything off. Bacon grease. What the fuck do you do with it? Well, there's several options.
Guys, I saw this part from the June the King documentary. This is the only reason I know what's coming up. I'm sure you all know. You're grown. But in case there's somebody that doesn't know that's watching this, do not do this. Do not do this. You know what you do with bacon grease? You put it in a little jar. You put it in a little jar so that way you could use it for other things. Or after like 3 or 4 days, you can literally just throw the jar in the trash. You know? Oh my gosh, this is gonna hurt to watch. Like, I don't know how his toilet bowl doesn't crack from this.
You can put it in a jar. You can put it into another container. Whatever you do, if you're going to put it in a jar, it has to be put into a glass jar. Do not put it into plastic or styrofoam. I've seen idiots put this into plastic and styrofoam, and it fucking melts right through, and you look like a moron. If you put it in a glass...
I bet he's saying other people. I bet he did it. And he's trying to be like, oh, I've seen other people. No, you've done it yourself.
Jar, you can store it for a while. And use it for other things. The most common thing that people do, I'm going to be honest with you, they either pour it down their kitchen sink, which is a bad move because the kitchen sink clogs all the time, or the other thing that I see people do, which I'm going to do because unfortunately there's nothing else I could do with this, this is going to go down the pooper. So, yeah.
That toilet seat is just so... Okay, anyways.
This is going to go right down the shitter, which is going to be disgusting, but what can you do as long as you know that you're not doing this, 10 times a day? It's not going to clog up a pipe.
No.
Safest thing to do with bacon grease. Oh yeah! Hot fucking potatoes. Oh yeah, look at that shit in my trash. Oh, that looks delightful, doesn't it? Now, the other thing. A lot of people say, oh, I don't like frying because when I fry, I can't clean the pan. Well, that's because you're an idiot.
Do not call other people idiots when you just threw bacon grease down a toilet.
Done with grease like this, you immediately put something in the pan to separate the grease from the pan. So...
Pig-splaining how to wash dishes. You know what, though? His audience was primarily children around this time, so maybe this was helpful. But this is also the same man that washed his balls in front of a bunch of children, so...
Immediately get that pan cooled down. Immediately, I say cool down, but I'm putting hot water in it, by the way. Do not ever put like super ice cold water in a really super hot pan. Where I live, the climate is temperate, but if you live in like a cold or hot area, you might break the fucking pan. But anyway, fill the pan.
You will not break a metal pan if you do that. That's primarily with glass and maybe cast iron, but even that not cast iron. It would have to be like a really cheap cast iron. You will not break a metal pan. That is okay.
Pan with water, get the soap in there right away. It separates the grease from the pan, so later on when you go to clean the pan, it's a lot easier. I have a dishwasher, and unfortunately it does not clean these pans very well.
Every dishwasher doesn't. You're supposed to wash those by hand, and then if you want to disinfect it, you put it in the dishwasher to disinfect.
From experience, I can tell you that. Now, the biggest problem with my eggs, I can tell you right now, is because I was cooking with one hand, I wasn't able to multitask, and the cheese has burned on the edges. Now, it's not the eggs, the cheese burned on the edges. The eggs look actually fine. So to finish the plate, obviously, this is a hot pan as well. Later on, you can wash this normally. There's no grease in the egg pan usually, especially if you put something down on it. The bacon, as soon as I'm done making the sandwiches, I'm going to put that in this freezer bag, and I'm going to get it into the freezer immediately. But to finish the sandwiches, just for, cook's sake, we're going to put 2 pieces of bacon on each sandwich. The bacon is nice and crispy. You can cook the bacon however you like. Some people like crispy bacon, some people like rubbery bacon. I guess these days I do prefer crispy bacon. When I was a kid, I liked rubbery bacon, but what I find, a little piece fell off. What I find is the older I got...
What is that? What?
The more you cook things... Depending on what it is, sometimes it's tastier. Bacon can be tastier when it's rubbery, however, being that...
What? It's like the noodles all over again. I'm traumatized. Stop smacking into the camera.
Oh, my fucking bread just hit the floor. God damn it.
Pick it up and
That's a cooking faux pas. You can't have bread on the goddamn floor. At least I know my floor is clean so I can pick the bread up. With bacon, anyway, raw bacon sometimes does not taste that good. It depends on what kind of bacon you're eating. This is hardwood smoked.
What?
It's actually pretty tasty. Damn, just that one little piece I grabbed. Once you get bacon, egg, and cheese...
I can tell. You haven't stopped smacking. Nobody smacks that much. Oh my god.
Like this, you want to flatten the sandwich.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it. Within 17 minutes, I made 3 bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches and pretty much have cleaned up most of the mess. The only other thing, obviously, this is disgusting. You're going to have excess grease and whatever on that plate. Your stove's going to be a mess. But what can you do? I'm going to throw that in the fridge right now. And then I'm pretty much set. I'm going to devour these sandwiches and jump right into the Mass Effect 2 DLC. So, that was DSP's one-handed cooking, gamer food. This is going to fuel me through the Mass Effect 2 DLC and until I go pick up Spider-Man and start playing it, probably through that. So, you know, this is one of the 1.5 meals I'll actually eat today, which is why it's 5 billion calories. I'm sure everyone's going to say, oh my god, bacon and cheese and eggs. Yeah, well, when you don't want to go out to eat and you don't have time to cook yourself 10 meals a day, this is what you deal with, so...
Okay, well, you don't think that anymore, Phil. I mean, it's a lot of calories. It's not very great for you, but he was young at the time, and I get it. I'm not criticizing that, you know, but it's the smacking. He's still smacking. If I get, I bet 2 more smacks before the end of the video, and we have like 30 seconds.
All right. This is it. Bacon, egg, and cheese. Super simple. Usually I do a little bit more than this, by the way. But I have 2 hands to work with this, and I'm not worrying about the camera. I do put salt and pepper. Usually I don't use bread. Usually I put it on bagels and stuff like that. There's different things you can do, but I haven't had time to do that. Obviously, I'm turboing through this. But, all right. So, my first video of this style. And send me your negative comments. Thanks.
Okay. That was Phil cooking bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches and putting the bacon grease down the toilet. Poorly cooking with the king. Good. I have no words. That hurt. Again, his audience was young, right? His audience was young. This is not good to show them that this is okay. Again, this is the man that washed his balls in front of his children audience, so I can't really expect much if I'm being honest. But okay, guys. I hope that y'all enjoyed watching me react to that, I don't know, that train wreck, if you could even call it that. I think it's probably worse. But, yeah, okay. That's it for the DSP Retro Reacts for today. I hope y'all enjoyed. And, of course, always feel free to send me more that you want me to react to next week. And I hope that y'all have a great rest of your week. If I don't see you, it's because I'm busy with my musical, but I'm going to try to upload some more for you guys, of course. But y'all stay safe, and I love you guys. Bye, Weenie. God, don't do that. Don't do that. Y'all are smarter than that.
Jesus Christ.
He's fine!